Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, with news inflation is getting a renewed push higher by more commodity price rises. Inflation expectations reached 5.2% in the coming year in the US, according to the latest Fed survey. That's a new record high for this survey. And the US monthly budget outcome for August was a deficit of $171 billion, and almost exactly as analysts had expected. That puts the full 12-month deficit at $2.8 trillion and falling. This is 12.5% of US GDP. Last year to August, it was 15% of GDP. Pre-pandemic, it was just 4.5% of GDP. New Zealand is currently running a crown deficit of about 3.6% of GDP. In China, they're battling a raft of high-profile bankruptcies and stresses, especially in their property development sector. Evergrande is the most prominent, but Soho has taken a heavy knock too, and of course HNA is still working its way through its crisis, selling more assets now. But more than property companies are involved with high-profile and high-leverage stresses. Beijing's recent push to clean up much of these leverage stress is probably justified. The only question is who suffers the losses. And Japanese producer price inflation stayed high at 5.5% in August, even if it was marginally lower than for July. But it's near its high since 2008. And India also reported an inflation rate, this one for their CPI for August, and it came in at 5.3%. Germany reported wholesale prices for August, and they jumped more than 12% in a year, the highest in more than 47 years after the first oil crisis shock back when inflation was untamed. The current rise is only marginally lower than that. And we should note that natural gas and coal prices are still rising worldwide, even if oil prices aren't, and electricity prices are especially vulnerable in Europe because of the unreliability of renewable sources. The US Treasury 10-year yield opens today at just on 1.33%, so a marginal slip to start the Wall Street week trading this week. And the price of gold has risen $5 today, now at $1,792 an ounce. Oil prices have also risen by 50 cents per barrel. In the US, they're now just over $70 a barrel, while the international Brent price has risen to just over $73 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar opens today at just under 71.1 US cents, a little change since this time yesterday. Against the Australian dollar, we're 30 basis points lower, just on 96.5 Australian cents. Against the euro, we're little changed at 60.2 euro cents. That means our trade-weighted index starts today just on 74.1, and also a little changed. That is right at the top of the 72 to 74 range of the past 10 months. We welcome your feedback on these issues. Leave a comment below or on our website. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.